Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I have another pick a card for you. This one is all about what makes you special. And I've never done these kinds of readings before, but I wanted to dive a little bit more into like what is your special sauce, like what makes you you. I really love these readings. This one is inspired by Capricorn Venus. Shout out to her, I love watching her readings. So if you have never done this before, I have 3 piles here and you get to choose which one you are most drawn to. Then you can go to the timestamps below in the comments to check out your reading. So I have here pile number 1 with the Adventurine. Then pile number 2 with the Carniole. One of my favorite stones, and then this beautiful amethyst. So cute. And so feel to whichever pile you are most drawn to, and then let's get into your reading. What makes you special? Let's get started with pile number 1. Welcome my lovely pile number 1s. You chose the Adventurine. And before we get into it, I want to let you know that I have a 20% discount on my personal readings. So if you want a personal reading for this autumn, this month of October, you can get 20% off. If you want a personal reading with me, please check the description and I'd love to do your reading. Okay, now let's get into it. What makes you special? I already get a kind of calm vibe for you guys, but also I feel like you are very much a mind kind of person. So you have people that love to be really rational and overthink a lot, and then you have people who are more feelings based, and I feel like you are up in your head a lot. So it makes you a little bit more serious and well planned. Then you also have the cow, the butterfly, and I have no freaking clue how to translate that. So for this pile, I'm picking up on you have been going on a path to transform a lot of the overthinking, a lot of the doubting yourself, and I feel like you have transformed a lot of that to make it more practical for yourself. I also feel like you have those tendencies where you are overthinking a lot, but it's more to make sure that everything is on track. It might be that you are very good at managing your finances or planning, building things, like maybe you have a business that you run. I also feel like you can get a lot done, and I also feel like you're pretty genius in the things that you come up with, what you think of, and you make sure that they are not just plans, but you actually make them come true. You have a long-term vision. I feel like you are, when you come up with something, you take that very seriously, but you have also got the freedom to change those plans, but you make sure that in the end, what it is that you want gets done. You know what is important and you can really focus on that. I feel like whatever you focus on really grows because you are nurturing that seed. You are aware of how important it is to focus on that which is important to you. And I also feel like you have already made a lot of things into what you wanted them to become. I feel like you are really good at manifesting. I feel like you are really living, actually, like you have done a lot of things. So if you look back on your life, you can be like, yeah, I did this and this and this. You can be really proud of yourself about that. And I also feel like you have been able to create something where you can really be yourself and do whatever it is that you want to do, because you have been so strict with yourself. And I don't really feel like you're that strict. It's more like you prioritize what you want to get done, and so it gets done. So I feel like now you are free to have, like you have built your own life and now you get to do what it is that you want. sometimes you might cling on to those things a little bit too much, so you cannot really enjoy what it is that you've built, or it's hard for you to look around to not focus on what is important to you, to live a little bit more. But you know what it gives you as well, right? You get things done because of it. So it's for you, I feel like for you it's kind of the finding the balance between getting shit done but also living outside of those priorities, like to see the world and the wonder and your friends and experience new stuff, right? But I also feel like through this transformation that you have gone through, you can do that because you already have experienced how important that is as well. And so that's kind of where you are flowing in between, like what is important, but also making space for the fun things in life. I actually kind of inspired by your energy. It's really beautiful, and you can really be proud of what you've built. Because it also means that you can take care of yourself, right? You can trust yourself to know that what you're going to be doing is what you'll be doing. Like, it's not just a dream, you can actually make it practical, and the promises you make to yourself, you make sure that those come true. Make a decision. Yeah, you're pretty good at decision making. So this also tells me that you are tuned into what you really want, like your higher self. You know what is important to you, so you can really easily feel what makes you feel good. And I think that you can have a lot more impact and get a lot more done than you might feel like you are. You can impact a lot of people with this mentality. Like, if you wanted to write a book, like you could inspire maybe like thousands of people who will read it, right? It might just start off as a small project, but then you can grow it out to something magnificent. That is your energy. That makes you special, like because of your dedication, but also because you are very you, like you don't easily get distracted by other people's opinions, like you know what is important. That makes that whatever you create is very pure, and that is why it is inspiring. Adventure. So you are focused, and so sometimes you miss out on living life outside of that, but you are also a person that seeks out adventure. You know how important it is to also get inspired and to be interested in, for example, like different cultures. When I think of travel and other opinions, like if someone has a different outlook on life, that's not something that you shy away from. That's actually interesting to you. And I feel like you are open to other people's opinions. Sometimes you are a little stubborn in that you don't really want to, but I do feel like you are very open-minded in that sense, because you know that your way isn't the only way, and yeah, it's good to be inspired by other people. Then we also have birthing a new age, Pleiadians, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity, and break the chain. So it could be that you have been on a spiritual journey, which is not that strange if you're looking at a pick a card, but this journey made you to realize things about yourself that are things that your ancestors might have not realized. So I feel like you have been looking into behavioral patterns that you do not really agree with, and you know that it didn't start with you. It might have been a pattern that has lived in your ancestral line for centuries, and you might be the one that finally breaks it, because you're very focused on what makes you happy. And so if something is standing in the way of that, you're not going to sit still and just do nothing about it. Like, you're gonna find out what this is, why you are maybe doing this, like if it's a behavior, right? And find a way to not do it anymore. So maybe you're into hypnotherapy or EFT tapping or journaling. Like, you really want to understand things deeply if it is standing in the way of you, in the way of your happiness. And so you are birthing a new age with this. I feel like if you have children, or if you want to have children, they won't have to carry a lot of the shit that you have been carrying, because you have been breaking that chain, right? You have been doing the work to not pass those things on to the next generation. And that is kind of your double mission, right? It's not something, maybe you are spiritual, but you're not like making pick a card videos or being very open about it. It's more like you do the work for yourself because you know that is what is standing in the way. So you're very practical about it, and you just want to make sure that you are living the life that you were supposed to live. That's what I hear. Like, I feel like you have a very clear idea of the life that you want. It's very unique to you, and you're very no bullshit, but in a loving way. Like, if something is standing in the way, like, we're gonna do something about it, which I love, because you really can like let go of all those old pains and maybe trauma that has been living in your ancestral line. Like, we don't have to hold on to it and live out repeated patterns, because it's your life, right? And so if it's something that your ancestors have been living through, you can say like, okay, but that's not my life, and why am I still letting these patterns go on in my family line? Like, no, I don't want that. Let's do something about it, right? The energy is gaining momentum, and look at the bigger picture. I feel like you need a reminder that something that you're working on right now is going in the right direction. It is gaining momentum, and you are, I hear finally. So maybe there is something that you really want to do, and sooner than later you're going to say finally. Like, maybe something that has been on your mind for a long time is finally going to be complete, or work out, or you're going to receive something. And to be able to really feel that, you have to look at the bigger picture. You have to zoom out a little bit and just see that many of the puzzle pieces have already been falling into place. Like, what you're building is almost done. Something like that. So get ready to hear or say finally sooner than later. That's so exciting. You have two number 6s. The 6 stands for foundations. And I feel like that is what makes you special as well. You are really good at making sure that everybody feels safe, mostly yourself. I feel like the transformation that you have been through was prioritizing how you felt within yourself, so the safety within yourself. And you also want to make sure that the foundation that you're building with other people is making you feel really safe and good as well. And I feel like that is also something that you're very kind of like strict about. Let's put these here. You want to make sure that things are still in balance. And that's why you prioritize that feeling safe. Your energy is also very nurturing. And again, with the flowers, I feel like you are maybe, I feel like a lot of people look at you and kind of see, it sounds kind of corny, but like, you are like a flower. You are something special and beautiful. And I also feel like you have no problem with being a little bit vulnerable towards people. So you might be delicate like a flower, but at the same time, you are very no bullshit. So it is like you're a very sturdy flower, maybe like a rose with some thorns, right? And people love this about you. Some people might also underestimate you and do find you delicate, like they might not know that you will cut people off the minute that they like overstep. But you're also pretty forgiving. Yeah, you are able to look deeper than the surface level with people, so there's a lot of depth. There's a lot of depth that you can get into with people. And that is something that they might not realize. Strength. You're open to seeing the best in people, but you also don't take any bullshit, right? So, in a Chariot. Yeah, you keep things moving. You're very open, but at the same time, you're not that open because you're very focused on what it is that you want. So this is a beautiful energy. It makes you move very quickly towards the things that you want. So you make them happen, right? And this is also the energy that you exude, like what makes you special, because you have learned that is how to get where you want. Like you have built that strength over time. You have learned what is important over time and what you shouldn't be focusing on, and that like pleasing others is not really going to get you to where you want to go. Doesn't mean that like that you don't have any relationships. No, you have important people around you, but you make sure that your relationships are very much in balance. So this is what I have for you, pile number 1. I really hope this resonates. Let me know in the comments, and I hope to see you in another video, and I wish you a beautiful week. Bye bye. Welcome, my lovely pile number 2s. If you chose the Carnival, this is your reading. Before we get into it, I wanted to let you know that I have 20% off on personal readings. So if you wanted a more in-depth personal reading, you can check my website through the link below to get your 20% off for the month of October. Okay, let's get into it. My pile number 2s, what makes you special? Okay, here we go. Let it go. Ears wide open and the storyteller. Your energy is very whimsical. I know that through the deck that you chose, like they're all very whimsical images, but also with oh, that's weird. I did this and then, okay, well, guess we'll take these two as well. It is what it is. Earth magic, yeah. Oh, that's cool. So with this card, Let It Go, what I wanted to say before you got these two as well. I feel like you have a grounded energy, but you're also whimsical. Like, I feel like you might be into fantasy books, but also you might identify as an earth witch, or you are just very you work with animals, or you work with nature, or you are in nature a lot. That's for sure what I'm picking up. I feel like you're also very practical. You don't really let a lot of things persuade you into stressing. I feel like you kind of know what is important, but you're also a dreamer. And so sometimes you get distracted, but that is just kind of part of your whimsical nature. Like, I'm a dreamer myself. Sometimes this is kind of distracting, but it also is the source of my inspiration and seeing the world through different lenses. And that is what makes you whimsical, right? Because that's kind of the ability that you get by being a dreamer. So it might be that you are, I have to think of an old friend of mine. She's pretty introverted, but she was always listening. And so it might be that you identify as an introvert or maybe an ambivert, and people don't notice you right away, but you do notice what is going on around you. Like, you have your ears wide open. And that also makes you a very good friend. Like, you're a good listener. You know what's up. You pick up on things very easily. I feel like you are also able to pick up on energies. So sometimes someone might not be telling you what's going on, but in your gut, like, you already kind of have the sense that you know how they're actually feeling. I also feel like you might let that disturb you sometimes. Like, sometimes those energies are a little bit too much. And so you might be feeling like you're walking on eggshells with some people. And I feel that is like something that you're learning, right? What to put your energy towards, like what kind of people and what kind of environments are nurturing to you and what are not. But like I said in the beginning, like, you don't want to, you do know like what is important. And so sometimes you might get swept away, but I feel like you're a very grounded person that prioritizes their peace. And sometimes that's hard. It might be like a lesson that you have been learning throughout your life. But that's funny. I heard you're very persuasive. That's not at all what I wanted to say, but you're very persuasive. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, you have this mystical but also charming energy. I feel like you can make people laugh a lot. Even though you might be a little bit introverted or shy, some of you are not. I feel like very mixed energies here. But you're not someone who will barge in and like wants to be noticed right away. It's more like it's very spontaneous whenever you are speaking up. Like, you have a softer energy about you. And so you don't have to try to get the attention. Like, people know that you are a very loving and funny person. And you don't have to force anything with you. It's just like very easygoing. There is a reason for that. I feel like people might have been hard on you when you were younger, so it might be that you have been bullied or things at home were pretty hard, and so you are very much not wanting to put pressure on the people that you love, so your friends or your partner. Like, you are very, very easygoing because of that. It might also be that you have gone through a new start, maybe because of that past, but I feel like you are easily able to be grateful for the little things in life and how your life has changed, or what it is that you have now going on in your life. So maybe I also feel for some of you that you have a new job and that you didn't expect it to make you feel so much better, maybe about yourself or how it has changed your life. I also feel like you have been going kind of through an upgrade, so things are going better for you now. I also feel like there has been something going on with your friend group. Yeah, okay. So I like this a lot. I feel like maybe someone has talked shit about someone and you caught that and you were like, that's not what we're gonna do here. Like, I have to think about something that someone said to me recently where we were like at a sort of a party, that work thing, and they were like, oh, nobody's like really talking like it's to us, like it's not, we don't have a lot of good conversations, right? A little bit pessimistic. And I was like, yeah, but are you like fun to talk to? Like, are you making effort to talk to people? And they were like, no. And like, I'm comfortable with this person to be able to say that. I know them very well for a long time, so that was okay. But like, if someone is pessimistic or negative and like talking shit behind someone's back, like you are the one to call that out, to be like, and in like a funny but also no bullshit way. Like they it's okay if you say it, right? That's kind of your energy, and so you will say something about it. And yeah, I feel like you might have stood up for someone, one of your friends, like this was going on in a friend group or something, and it makes a change. Play. Yeah, you can say those kinds of things in a playful manner, and it's okay to to speak up for, like to call out the bullshit. People can really take it pretty well from you, which is funny. I like that. Birthing a new age. The priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? I feel like you are getting more into an active role to be more like kind of the leader figure in your own life. I feel like in the past you might have took it easy and kind of go with the flow, but you're taking on a little bit more responsibility for yourself and your own life. Like you have this playful energy, but there is this change where you are now ready to be a little bit more serious and to take better care of yourself with the mother and priestess. Like it doesn't have to be like very serious, like you're still the dreamer, you're still in this playful loving energy, but also you're getting down to business is kind of what I'm hearing. So I also see you doing some kind of creative project. I also see you working together with other creative people or people with a big opinion. I feel like you're really good with communicating with all sorts of people, but I feel like creative people in general and people with kind of a big ego, like you're pretty good with people like that. You don't let it like get to your head or let them overrule you. Like you have that playful, funny energy where you just take no bullshit. And you're pretty easy to talk to, but also to work together with. Sometimes you do need to set better boundaries, I feel like. But it might be that you don't really recognize when someone is crossing a boundary. So that's kind of something that you're working on until it's like too late, right? Romantic cycle begins. Yeah. You have a lot of people that are interested in you romantically because you are truly a charmer. And you're just very easygoing, right? So there are a lot of people who admire you for your energy and just want to hang out with you more. Prosperity lies ahead. I feel like you can do more with this. I feel like when you are stepping more into that leader role, so I feel like taking a deep breath. I feel like you are able to really build something that you're really proud of. It might be that you're also attracted to the first pal because they really had that go-getter, no bullshit, being very like building stuff energy. I feel like you are more the dreamer and more having fun, which is also super important, right? What else are we here for on Earth? I feel like we're here to play and explore. So that's more your energy. Don't let get pride in your way and conclusions are within reach. Yeah, you are like with expect powerful change. I feel like you are stepping into more responsibility and more kind of a leader energy. And I feel like you have not really been feeling like that is something that you're going towards. That might be something a little bit new. And it might be that you're a little bit scared of that as well, to grow into that new role. But it's also a part of who you are. And so I feel like I don't have to even tell you that. I feel like you know that on a subconscious level. So maybe this is just kind of a confirmation for you to know that that is who you also are. Yeah, I feel like there will come a point where you are just like, okay, I can do so much more. And might be that you are kind of done with the old life and you make this really big shift where you're like, okay, and now I'm going to do what I've always said that I was going to do. Something like that. And I can already like pick up on that now in your energy. So I don't know if that moment has already, like if that's already been going on or that's something new. But just when I say that, like, how does that feel in your body? That's something that I want to, because I love listening to pick a cards, because like readers can pick up on my energy, like stuff that I have known on a subconscious level, but then someone speaking it out loud makes me actually be able to work with it and integrate it. So just feel how that feels within you. Make your energy larger. You're going to have more impact. I feel like you're going to be doing something amazing, something bigger, because there is a lot that you can create here. I feel like you're very creative and you can work with that energy to build or to create something beautiful. And you're really good at working together with people. So I feel like kind of Spirit is asking you to take yourself more seriously. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm picking up on. That is what you're moving into, like the being kind of fed up with yourself, like, okay, and now I'm going to be taking myself seriously. Oopsie, we got some nudity on the card, which YouTube is not that happy with. Let me see if I can cover her up. Oh yeah, okay. Oopsie. That's it. We need to see your face, right? Okay, there we go. The Star and the Knight of Cups. Yeah. You have a very charismatic, loving, funny, creative energy about you. And there are many like chances that are coming your way in the form of people who want to work with you or be your friend. But you can also create the things that you want. I feel like there might be a lot of people who want stuff from you, and you've also always been kind of used to taking on opportunities that people present for you, but you're moving into, or you're already in the energy of, I'm going to create what I want myself. Sometimes what other people are offering you might not be what you want, right? We can get persuaded by all these cool things, but it might not be exactly what you want. And so you are seeing the difference between what other people want of you and what they are creating versus what you can create. Because you also have the ability to create something different and beautiful that is not what other people have done. Like, it's unique, it's super unique. And I would love to know like what you are good at creating. Like maybe it's art, maybe it's songwriting. I also feel like I see like performance, like musicals or something, like script writing for some of you. It could be absolutely anything, like marketing even. Like I see someone working in a team, creative director, like whatever it may be. You have your own vision, and it will be time for you to step out of what other people are asking of you and doing your own thing, making your own spin. I'm not sure what the saying is, but making your own spin at something. Yeah, this is really exciting, and I think that this is going to be super transformative for you as well. I feel like this is going to change you as well, and it will be. I feel like you're still kind of afraid to get started with that because it might bring up a lot of growth that you have to go through, right? But that is also, I feel like that's just part of the plan. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you feel that you have these ideas within you and you can create beautiful things, and I feel like it's just meant to be seen by other people and Maybe it is like a business idea or a nonprofit that just we need in this world. So yeah, that's very, very exciting. I love your energy. Let me know how it resonated in the comments. I love you guys. If you want a personal reading, you can check the link in the description. And I hope you have a beautiful week. Hope to see you in another reading. Bye. Hello, my lovelies. Of pile number 3, you chose the Amethyst. Let's see what makes you special. While I'm shuffling, I want to tell you about a discount that I have on my personal readings. So if you're in the mood for a personal reading this October, you can get 20% off. You can check the link to my website to see how you can get that discount. If that's something that you want, I would love to read for you. So let's get into it. Oceanic Beloved. I love these cards. They're so special. It's, as you see, ocean themed. It's by my favorite artist ever, Danielle Noel. I love her cards. I have like 3 decks that she designed. The Abyss. Okay. So it makes a lot of sense that you have chosen the Amethyst. I feel like you are a very deep person, in the sense that you don't shy away from difficult subjects. They're very important to you, and yeah, I feel like you're also someone who finds it very important that they make a change on the world, which is why you don't mind getting into it. Open channel beyond the veil. Yeah, you're very psychic, for sure. You might also be a water sign. I'm a Scorpio myself, so I resonate with this. Yeah, you have a very open heart is what I also feel like. I also feel like because you are a pretty deep person that your heart has been closed quite a few times as well, because you get hurt easily. So you might have closed yourself off a little bit in the past to protect yourself. But you have come to learn like who to open up to and be deep with, and when to not do that. But I also feel like you don't really like you can talk to people who are not able to go deep. Like you can have normal conversations, but you won't really invest your time in people who are not like that, just so you can really be yourself, because that's what you have to learn. Yeah, you are very good at just being discerning and to know who you can be yourself with and to respect yourself. You're very respecting of yourself, but that is something you had to learn. Share your voice, come out of the cave. Okay, I also feel like you might be a part of the LGBTQ plus community, or you have something that you have felt very like different or protective about when it comes to you. If that makes sense. Like you have to protect yourself a little bit. But it's also really important that other people respect you now, because you find it very important that you respect yourself. And so respecting yourself means that you surround yourself with people who can also respect you. And that just makes life a lot easier, right? To not have to defend yourself, break the chain. Yeah, that's something that you have learned. And yeah, that's something that you're very good at. I also feel like you're still learning to be a little bit softer towards yourself. Conclusions are within reach. I feel like that's something that you're learning right now. To not take what others say of you close to heart, like to take it with a grain of salt. I feel like you're very loving and you want to make sure that everybody's okay and happy and included, that everybody feels included. But I want you to know that that is not your responsibility. I feel like you might take on stuff sometimes that's not yours to carry, if that makes sense. Which it comes from such a good place, and it might be that you just want to take everybody's burdens away. but that's not your job. I wanted to say sweetie, but I know that not everybody likes to be called sweetie, not me. Confidence is your key to success. But you are a sweetie. You're so sweet. So, wow. Yeah, I feel like your past is haunting you in the sense that you are so confident now and you have created a safer environment for yourself, or you are in the process of doing that, to let the people go that do not respect you, because you now respect yourself, so you cannot really unsee disrespectful behavior, and you're just like, I ain't taking that no more, right? But because of some experiences of the past, it's pretty hard to maybe trust others or to let go of the burdens that you have been carrying for quite a while, and the burdens also of other people that you've been carrying. And they're making me focus on this card, which says open channel. So it might also be that you're very sensitive to what everybody is feeling, like you're pretty open to everything that everyone is feeling, saying, doing, and you take it very close to your heart and you carry it with yourself like a sponge, right? They fill up with water and they hold that water. That's very heavy, right? And you don't have to do that. They're making me refer to how you felt as a kid when you were not doing this. So it might be for some of you that you have been doing this since the beginning. But for most of you, I feel like you know a time where you felt more free. So I want you to question, if that's okay, like use your discernment, but I want you to question, like, who are you doing this for? What makes you feel the need to carry everybody's ish? Because I also feel that underneath that is a really playful, fun energy where you get to relax more, enjoy life more. And that's what they're making me focus on for you. I've been a pleaser for most of my life, and I have done the same. But I can tell you that not doing that feels so much better, and you're allowed to let all that ish go because it's not yours to carry anyway, so it's not really helping you or the other person. You know why? Because they have to take care of their own shit. And they can do that. And if they make you feel that they cannot handle it, you are not the therapist. Unless you are a therapist and you get paid for it, right? Like, they need to learn their own lessons just like you needed to learn this lesson, right? To respect yourself. Not anyone else could carry like your pain and all these heavy things that maybe people have said about you in the past. Someone else carrying that for you is not going to make you respect yourself more, right? You can own it. You can decide different for yourself. Like, okay, I'm going to make myself feel safer by respecting myself, not allowing disrespectful energies around me. That's all you're doing, right? Nobody else can do that for you. Just like they need to learn their lessons, and you can give them the gift of learning their own lessons. You have the party card here. So I feel like you are a lot of fun to be around if you are in your playful energy. And oh my gosh, I feel like if you are more in this energy, you can receive a lot more because you're not giving all the time, so you're more open. And that is who you also are. That is what makes you special. When you are in this playful, fun energy, like when you are doing the things that you're really passionate about, like you just become kind of a kid again, or you're not noticing it, but you're smiling while you're doing it. It just makes you like giddy or just really relaxed, or make you feel like, okay, this feels really good, right? When you are more in that energy, you are able to receive more, and so what you want can come easily towards you. What also makes you special is that you can get to the point very quickly because you notice a lot of what people are saying, you kind of can read between the lines. That's also something that your psychic abilities can help with, right? So being psychic is basically just reading energy. I'm reading your energy right now, right? But you can do that with people around you as well. Like you can easily pick up on things that people are not saying, or they are saying it, but you can easily see the pattern and zoom out. And that's how you can get to like very quickly to the point. That's also what makes you special, because people know that they do not have to wait around you. Like you will quickly get to the point. And that might be confronting sometimes, but it's also really nice because you're just not waiting around, basically. I also feel like you have a very open heart, which makes people want to tell you stuff. And that's really nice as well. I also feel like some people also pick up on the fact that it might be a little bit much for you. So maybe you have taken on a lot of people's burdens, and other people can actually see that about you, which makes, that's also special about you, because not everyone is willing to do that. They see that about you. And because you're very giving, that is pretty special as well. I feel like you can give very good advice as well, because you've been through a lot yourself. But it does feel a little bit draining. And Spirit is asking me to ask you like what it is that you would really like. How you would like to feel, what you want to create, who you want to grow to be. New experiences and possibilities. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, so I was looking to this card, and it's kind of this really dreamy picture, which made me think of like, yeah, there's more that you can do or be and create and experience. And also with like the party card, like you are really fun to be around if you are in your lighter energy, when you are feeling really good doing what you really want to do. So what else do you want to experience? What else do you want to do? Like more of what you really enjoy, maybe. You are worthy of that. Yeah, you are worthy of that. Je bent het waard. That's kind of the immediate translation of that. These are Dutch cards. And so there is more to your, oh wow, yeah, there's more to your story than you think. Like in the beginning I said like you might feel haunted by your past, but this is kind of the translation is jump of trust, gratefulness, and appreciation. You are already so appreciated and loved because people see your open heart and they see that you are taking on burdens. And so there is a lot of good that other people want for you as well. And so it's now like time to make up your own path, to focus on what makes you feel good, and you can trust to make that jump and to do that. Like if you're not there every second of the day, like I'm being a little bit harsh, so sorry if that triggers you, but like people have to take care of their own shit. That's not your responsibility. And Spirit is just wanting me to tell you like it's okay, it will be fine if you make life a little bit more fun to you. Also here some of you are like, I'm already doing that. Yeah, you are, because this is already your energy as well. Like you are in that process of doing that. It's just kind of the focus of what makes you special. You are very special because of your past and your open heart, but there is so much more to you than that. That is the theme here. And you have conclusions are within reach, and confidence is your key to success. So that's also in your energy. You are moving towards more success and confidence, and this is not all that there is to your story. Your story is, I feel like your story is going to be a whole different vibe. Like I feel like you're going to do something amazing, obviously, because you are amazing, but like there's so much more to you. And the more that you get to explore more of what you like, who you want to be, and okay, let me get some more cards on that, because this is in your energy. Yeah, I feel like you are feeling a little lost or a little done with the past, right? You want this for yourself as well, but it feels like it is like a choice that you have to make to give yourself permission to move into this new direction. It might be that you feel like you're disappointing people if you do that. Oh gosh, Spirit is saying, fuck them. They're a little bit harsh. I like your guides. Or these are my guides, I don't know. Both. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh wow. So, they're being harsh because I feel like these people, Spirit is making me ask you, what have they done for you? Are they willing to put up with the same shit that you are? Some of these people are not having the best, like your best interest at heart. Like they might have that, but subconsciously or consciously, they're doing stuff that you would never do towards them. Okay. And also with the High Priestess and the Three of Wands, it's like, see how far you've come. See the gifts that you have with being able to be such an important person for people in their lives. Like you can do a lot more with that, and you can invest your time in people who will reciprocate that. You are worthy of that. You're worthy of reciprocation. I feel like there is a lot more abundance that's coming towards you when you are stepping in your power more, which is like respecting yourself even more and stepping into that confidence and giving yourself permission to stop giving so much to the people who won't reciprocate it. You will get a lot of energy back. Like you will pour that energy into yourself, and from that you can do so much more. You will create so much more. You will be able to figure out what will make you happy more. You're worthy of that. You can do that. You will do that. That's what I'm hearing. No doubt about it. You can make that choice. You can make the choice like right now. We can change our lives like in a split second. It's about you making the decision to do what is good for you, right? You're living your life for you. Nobody else is you. Nobody else can know exactly what you need or what will make you happy. That's you. You're fighting for you. And I feel like you already know that. That's your lesson. There are new possibilities out there for you. And you're worthy of those. And now I'm feeling who you are, like as a child. I can get like, if it's beautiful sometimes when I talk about these things and then I feel them really sinking in my energy as well. And now I'm feeling like we're getting to the core of who you really are, what makes you special. I feel like you might have been living a little bit too much for other people and not for yourself. You're making the choice to now live for yourself more. The bigger picture. I see you dancing. I see you like in the living room. I see you creating things. I see you talking to people who can help you create your dream, like investors or something. I see you moving to a new home, like maybe a city that means a lot to you. I see you having self-care days, like I see you at the hair salon. I see you painting. I see you taking care of domestic things like shopping for yourself or your house or creating a meal for the family. It will become more simple, but that will make it lighter. It's pretty heavy to take on stuff for other people, and I feel like you are getting used to things being lighter and more grounded, and just taking care of the simple things in life. And I feel like you can be so appreciative of those things already, but I feel like you're just going to feel so much more relaxed, at ease, peaceful, because you're guiding your energy towards the good things in your life. You're feeding that more energy, and so it will balance out. And I feel like you are very good at whatever it is that you're doing. So it might be your job, or it might be like doing stuff around the home or the family, or I feel like a big shift coming for you. I hope that resonates. You're very damn special. Take good care of yourself. You're worthy of that, because you can do so much more than what you think that you're capable of. You're already feeling that a little bit. Your confidence is like has grown so much throughout the years with your self-respect. Like, keep going. Like, that is what makes you special. I feel like people see the journey as well. They see also the burdens that you have taken on. But it's time for you to be the life of the party, right? To dance in the living room. And you're such a joy to be around. And I think a lot of people also wish that for you, to be in that energy a lot more. But that's also what makes you special. You already have that. And Spirit just wants to bring that out more and more and more, to enjoy yourself more. Hope that makes sense. Let me know how that resonated in the comments if you want to. If you want a personal reading with me, you can still get 20% off the whole month of October. Please check the link in the description. I love you guys. Hope you have a beautiful week, and hope to see you in another video. Bye.